Why am I here? Again, the bodega. The state is choking for money. Am I right or wrong?
They have a budget issue, there's no doubt about that.
We can agree on that, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the state is taxing alcohol, am I correct?
Yes.
And cigarettes too, right?
Yes.
But they cannot tax loosies, am I right?
Loosies are illegal to sell.
They're illegal, right? Now, supposedly, Richard, you consider yourself to be a bright man, or Linda, okay? You're lawyers, okay? I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty good. I was pretty good in litigation.
Just to be clear, Raphael, lawyers and bright man don't necessarily equal each other, but
they what? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, just because you're one doesn't mean you're the other.
Okay. Obviously, you have the vice chair. I've never seen. I question how he even makes a living with some comments he made. It's to me, I look at it with my 8 years elementary school and 1 semester of high school. I go, God, how is this guy? I mean, whatever. Anyway, so the state is choking for money. Have you ever thought, both of you, about pushing a bill how to try to eliminate loosies? I'm asking you, Richard. I mean, we talk.
Right, they're already illegal.
They're illegal. Well, I understand, but they're illegal every time the Department of Revenue does a raid, and if they find loosies, the people get a fine, they're out of there, they're going right back into business. Right?
Well, they can. Depends if they do it often, then they will no longer have a license to sell the cigarettes in the state of Connecticut.
Richard, they don't sell cigarettes. They sell loosies, which are untaxable, either stolen from another state or delivered from another state. I mean, for the sake of the argument, are you that naive? Okay, here's a proposal. Maybe you guys can, I mean, obviously you work for Richard Blumenthal, right? And you make $145,000 a year, right? Just
Somewhere
about. It's on record, okay? I'm not spying on you, okay? How about talking to Richard Blumenthal to push a bill? And the bill is pretty simple. Don't have to be a genius. Okay, you sell loosies, you get a fine. They catch you again, you get a bigger fine. They catch you again, bigger fine. Then, okay, they catch you again, it becomes a misdemeanor. Okay? So now the business is getting a little bit more difficult. Okay? They catch you again, you might face jail time. Is this so difficult to push? I mean, you have the connection. Richard Blumenthal, he loves the camera. We can agree on that when he was Attorney General. He loves the camera. Any little problem there was, he's in front of the camera. What's his name? Jepson? He's mellow, you know. He doesn't care about the camera. So Richie Blumenthal, the guy, by the way, that when he served in Vietnam, which was a lie, and then he said, I misspoke. No, he didn't misspeak. He lied, but it's okay. When you have $100 million in your bank account, you can lie. They allow themselves. They feel like, hey, I'm above everybody else.
Well, getting back to your, what's interesting about your question with regard to the selling of loose cigarettes, that's in fact what the state law, not federal law, but state law has. It doesn't have the specific progression of penalties, but it has a progression of penalties and administrative action that the Department of Revenue Service can take. Richard,
listen, they did EBT fraud. They took away the EBT reader from them. Okay? Did anybody look into it? Why did nobody in that particular place getting prosecuted? Or maybe because they're a minority, let's not touch it. Well, I'm not going to even mention what kind of minority, but it doesn't matter. Okay? Just a thought, Richard. Okay? You can talk to the right people. you can try to push it. But obviously, it's maybe, I'll try to imitate you. It's a little bit too difficult. Maybe it's too difficult for you. Or, you know, it's not something big that you can take credit. All right, now let me address personally you. I addressed each member of the town council last time, and you can see it on video, okay? I'll address you too, okay? You do not follow the parliamentary rules. Many times you didn't follow it. You follow it only when it's convenient for you, okay? When Bill Horan was jumping on me, interrupting me, did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? You just sat there and didn't say a word instead of saying, hey, Bill, cut it out, okay? You know what I call this? Weak leadership, weak. That's weak. I don't see it in any other way, you know, Rich. It's weak. And then, in private, what are you telling me in private when the meeting was done? You look at me and you go, Raphael, I'm not going to allow it anymore. Allow what? Did I interrupt? No, I addressed each one of you. He interrupted me. But to me, this is showing cowardness by not getting involved. I mean, you're a lawyer. You know, it's like I told Bill Horan, when he made once a comment, when I played the tape of a town council meeting, he goes, well, Raphael, it's illegal to record. I look at him and I go, huh? Illegal? This is public. It's not something that I recorded on the side, like without anybody else knowing. I know pretty much the law. Okay? That's moronic. And, and this guy last time, you should have heard me. You'll see it on the video. I looked at him and I go, how many cases did you win? I won them all. There's no lawyer that won all cases. Okay? You know, I wanted to ask him, hey, Hubie Santos has an opening. You think he's going to hire you? He's going to hire me with no law degree instead of you. But, you know, it got to be a little personal because the guy, he still was looking to find something. He found a mechanic's lien from 30 years ago. Boy, if he found, if this is the only thing he found, I'm an angel. But I'm not. You know, Rich, it's sad, but some of you feel because you sit on this chair, you think like you're important and somehow powerful. But question, what do you do for $145,000? Excuse me, Esther?
I was asking what that had to do with the town council.
Esther, you didn't get a permission to talk. Could you stop her?
Raphael, would you
You didn't
please,
get a permission to
Raphael,
talk. I'm almost done.
Good. Let's,
Okay, why
wrap it
couldn't
up.
you stop her? Because again, it shows cowardness. You were a coward. Literally.
Go ahead.
You know,
If you're wrapping
when-
up, wrap up.
I understand. You told me from the beginning, Raphael, we do not engage. That's what you told me, right? Remember? It's all on record. Well, here's a woman. She always says a comment. She doesn't even pay attention that there is a microphone. Anyway, would you guys mind to look into lawyer? Bill, he's a joke. Would you mind to look into, to try to push a bill of increased penalties where you make those bodegas, especially in my neighborhood, where there is prostitution and drug dealing, where you make it not worthwhile for them to operate? Is it that difficult?
Okay.
You know something, Bill? Honestly, I look at you and I ask myself a question. Okay, you were well connected, you come from a family that were involved in politics, your dad, whatever, okay? But I'll tell you one thing. If you're going to be on the street, I don't know if you'll be able to survive. All you do is read laws and that's all you do. Read laws, try to interpret them, give recommendations, but being like involved in my neighborhood, nothing. Nothing. None of you, a couple yes, okay? But all the others never picked up the phone, Rafael, let's work together. What can we do to address this bodega? Let's come up with an idea. None of you. It's like, when you're done here, you're going home. That's where I'm going.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anyone else here wish to speak? Sure.
Sad. I mean, I look at all of you and I go, this is sad. Take care, guys.
All right.
Smile, man. Come on. That's it. You know exactly the issues, and I addressed you from the beginning, over 5 years ago, and you took...
Raphael, somebody else wishes to speak.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.